Hi friend. See, today I'm going to talk about very special topics. See, some time ago I saw 2 to 3 videos. In that video, there I saw a trend of youngsters, young engineers or young graduates are renouncing from world and going to take sannyasa and all those brahmacharya and all those things. And there are a lot of debates on TV and news channel and on YouTube that they should not do that. Their parents are crying, their parents are helpless. They should not do that. They are doing wrong. But on the other side, they are saying it is my path. What I would like, I want to do. It should be totally upon me. So the topic is very clear. Is it okay to renounce youngsters or young graduates world, leaving their family aside and having sannyasa and going in the path of brahmacharya? See, first of all, we cannot answer this question without knowing what is sannyasa actually, what is brahmacharya actually, what is yoga actually. Like, until you will know these things, you are not going to have clear conception about these things. Okay, so first let's understand one IIT one video on YouTube I saw. The guy studied did MTech from IIT Delhi. He did MTech from IIT Delhi, and after that he renounced the world. Okay, when he got in touch with ISKCON, and after getting in contact with ISKCON, he renounced the world. And he was the single child of his family, and their mother and father were crying loud that now we are hopeless. What should we do now? The argument of their mom and dad is also good. You are my alone son. It is your responsibility to take care of us in our old age. But the argument of the boy, the guy, the IIT Delhi MTech graduate boy, who has also good argument that it is my life, which path I am choosing, which path I am choosing for the rest of my life. It should be totally my own decision. See, what I will say, you chose this path for yoga, okay. But do you know what is yoga? Like, do you know what is brahmacharya? Do you know what is sannyasa? Okay, for this I will share you a little story. Once in a time, a long back ago, in the uh, meetings of Lord Indra, Lord Indra said, I want to see most yogi and most reached sannyasi man in this entire creation. Who is that? I want to meet with them. He he announced in his meeting. So all the saints, like in the meeting of in the kingdom of Lord Indra, there were lot of saints, Rishi Munis, and all those learned Rishi Munis. They all are thinking we are the one whom he is finding. But he said, no, I want to meet the topmost, the ultimate guy who is most learned, most reached, most what you say realized being in this entire creation, on this entire earth. So after very finding, uh, Indra found that Raja Janak is the man he was finding. Then just after listening the man Raja Janak, all the Rishi Munis in his court started asking like, what you are saying? Raja Janak is a king. He is, how he can be more greater than us? We have left our family, we have left our like everything. We hadn't yet married, but Raja Janak has 2 and 3 and 4 wives. He is living in like king lavish lifestyle. Like, how can a king be a more yogi, more sannyasi, more wisdom, more learned, more rich than us? Like, is this not nonsense? They all got they all got angry. Like, how you have choose that Raja Janak is the most learned, most enriched, most realized being on this entire creation uh, between human. Then Lord Indra said, see, it means still you guys don't know what is yogi, who is sannyasi, who is brahmachari. See, any can be sannyasi, any can be yogi, it doesn't matter. See, yogi is not a stage of your life, or a stage of your circumstances, or a stage of your environment. Lord Indra said yogi and sannyasi is not your sannyasi due to a stage of his environment, due to a stage of circumstances. He is yogi or sannyasi due to a state of his being, due to a state of his internal being. For example, I am Gunjan not because this day I am wearing red shirt, next day I could wear blue one, next day I can again wear yellow one. The sets are changing but I'm the same. So that's like it. Like, it's not like if I wear this red shirt then I am Gunjan, but if I will wear blue shirt then I will be someone else. Just like this, leaving the world, renouncing the world, leaving all the material world is not like. See, first, what do you mean by material world? See, material world, it's all exist in your head. For better I can say, in your consciousness. Like like there is a one famous Hindi saying in Bhagavad Puran that says, संसार में वासना नहीं है, वासना में संसार है. ओके, संसार में वासना नहीं है लेकिन वासना में संसार है. दैट्स लाइक, वी ऑल नो दैट there are a lot of materialism and all those things. No, those all things are in us. So first you are saying I am living material world. How you can live? That is, if you are materialistic, then that materialism is in yourself, not in outside world. How you can live that? I want to know that. Okay, first, like, this is the reason 90% of guys don't know what is sannyasa, what is yoga. They say, wearing some gerua vast I will become sannyasi, renouncing the world and living in the cave, living in the Vrindavan and Mathura, I will become yogi. No, like, these are different. Like, I can't describe in word. Words have its own limit. I can't describe in word what is actual yoga, what is actual sannyasa. It is a state of your being, even beyond this your yoga sannyasa. It is a state, like, even beyond this, the thing called your and me. Like, how you can say, if I will leave this home and go there, then I will become yogi? If I will do that, not that, no. How you can say? And like that guy, that IIT Delhi guy said, I don't like material world, so I renounced. Okay. If you don't like material world, then you don't have to renounce. Like, either materialistic or either spiritual, it's all in you. First step, and even in second step, it goes beyond you. So that is not definable, that beyond you part in word. But first, this all material part or spiritual part is beyond, is in you, not in world. For this, Swami Vivekananda said, someone asked Swami Vivekananda, who is a yogi? So he said, a yogi is a man who can be in a peace and be in a blissful mode in a in the between of busiest city and in crowd, between the busiest city and in the lakhs of crowd, who can be still, who can be peaceful, like he is in a cave in a distant forest. Who is that man is yogi? On the same, he said, if someone is in a cave in a remote distant forest, and he can feel like he is in crowded city in the world, and he is also yogi. See, this yoga, this sannyasa, this brahmacharya is a state of your being. It's not a state of your environment, a state of your what we say circumstances. It's being you. Like how funny is this, man? Like, if someone is renouncing the world, saying that I don't want this, I don't like this material world, then you don't have to renounce now. If you don't like, then it's in you. I may have you heard about Ram Krishna Hans? Ram Krishna Hans once he was very learned. So king, one king thought I should have checked how much he know, how much he don't know. Ram Krishna, master of Swami Vivekananda. So once night, what that king did to test Ram Krishna, like is he real saint or his fake one? To test Ram Krishna, he say arranged some 20 to 30 beautiful sluts. Okay, of that time, 20 to 30 beautiful sluts, and arranged in a room and set them all to be in that room without clothes, in their full makeup form, without clothes. 20 to 30 sluts arranged in a room without cloth to taste Ramakrishna Hans. So he by some tactics called Ramakrishna Hans, and through after when Ramakrishna got into that hall, he closed the door from outside, and as he came inside, those all sluts started doing their thing on Ramakrishna Hans. So suddenly Ramakrishna Hans sat down and did this and said, "Oh mother, you all are you all are Lourdes, you all are Lourdes Durga." And he started crying. Tears were flowing off his eyes, and he said, "Oh Lord Durga, oh Lord Durga, oh Lourdes Durga, oh Lourdes, what you want? You want to follow me in the childish thing? I know you are Lourdes Durga. You just are checking me. You are just examining me that how your son is doing. Oh ma, like what you want to follow me in this childish thing?" And by just saying this, he felt in dhyana. So that is the thing. This samadhi, this yoga is not in a external world. It's inside you. Like see, like there is a question: who is yogi? Who is yogi? I can't describe in word who is yogi. This yogi is different thing for different one, for different one. For example, a normal labor, a normal day labor is yogi if he is happy with what he is doing, not happy externally but happy internally. If he is enjoying, then he is yogi. Like as a whole, yogi means addition. Yogi derives from the word yoga. Yoga means addition. What to add? To add means first thing, to add our external world with our internal world. If that two world is in harmonious, then I am yogi. If whatever I am externally, whatever I am externally, if I am happy internally, then I am yogi. For example, whether I am multimillionaire, whether I am billionaire, or whether I am day laborer, that is my external thing. If I am happy internally, how you can be happy internally? If you will know who really you are, why here you are, who is God. If you know these things, then you will be internally happy. That is different topic. But when your internal world and when your external world be in sync, then we can say you are yogi. Yes, if a monk, he is living in cave, if that living in cave is his real external world, then he is yogi. But at the same time, Raja Janak was also the greatest yogi of all time. Maybe he was a king in his external world, but he was a true monk, a true yogi, true sadhak is in his internal world. So at that time, Raja Janak was greatest yogi, greatest sannyasi of all time. That is the reason. Like so, we can't. This term yogi is very like broad. We can't describe it simply. So this is the thing. Third thing, what is what is sannyasa, what is brahmacharya? Like again, this is not some external arrangements of your circumstances and your this thing called. No, these all things are your internal being. Like how can I describe? Like these words are beyond limit. So these are the things, like these are very broad subject. Like for example, you can be yogi, you can be sannyasi, you can be, and you can be enriched, you can be learned being, you can be realized being, whenever at the moment your internal being will meet with your external being. Externally I know who you are doing some job, you are striving to earn more, you are striving to spend more, you are striving to accumulate more. I know that is your external reality. Somewhat as average, everyone is having same external reality. Either one is day laborer or either one is multi-billionaire. As a whole, everyone is aspiring for the same, to accumulate more, to involve in more physical, what we say, to physical things like money, wealth, and all those things. But the internal world is the whole different thing. Like who you are, like even the word atman, like I am atman, I am not this thing. When someone will say I life, I love, saying is very easy that I am atman, I am not this body, I am not this my name. Saying is very easy, but when like understanding these things beyond your memory, and even beyond your consciousness, like is a whole different thing. Like if someone 90% of as I saw, they will say I am atman, I am not my body, I am not my this thing taste, I am not my nature. There has, these things are just in their upper layer of being, in that is called in their memory. Second layer of being is consciousness, and even third layer is beyond this memory and consciousness. I'm not saying everyone will attain third layer, but at least second layer they should attain, not have this atman and all those thoughts in your memory. Okay, if I have time, second thing I would like to say, in Dvait Siddhanta of Hinduism, in Dvait Siddhanta of, see, East guides say Hinduism is very complex. What is complexity in that? Hinduism is complex for only who don't understand. It's like you're trying to, it's like you are trying to found some solve some math problem, and you are not able to solve it. Then you are saying it is very complex. It is not at all. Hinduism is the most simplest religion in the world. I have learned Quran, I have learned Bible, I have learned Jainism, I have learned Buddhism, all the books in Bible, in Quran, in Jainism, in Buddhism, all the books I have learned. I'm not saying they are bad, but the itch to know more deeper, to itch to go beyond everything, only I found in Hinduism. But I one thing I would like to say, in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Narada said, everyone can have Gita, Mahabharata, Vedas, and all the Puranas, but to understand actual meaning first, and to second go beyond that actual meaning, is not in everyone's hand. A few selected one by God only have this privilege. Okay, like Lord Narada said, this Veda and these texts are just a occasion to trigger yourself, to attain yourself that state of knowledge, that a state of consciousness. These Vedas are just a trigger. These are not just end. But 99% of like majority of people think the Vedas and Puranas are end. No, these are not end. These are just a start. For what? A start to trigger your that self, to that will go beyond memory, that will go beyond consciousness. For what? That will go to experience who am I, who is God. Okay. Oh, like little I would like to talk about Hinduism. Like this, in no, in US side and in all over the world, they will say Hinduism is most complex. Who said Hinduism is most most simplest religion in the world. First thing, see, first principle of Hinduism, they are saying, like, forget it that Hinduism is a principle. Just for example, I'm saying, first they are saying, I am, my name is Gunjan, I am wearing this cloth, I have lot of natures, I have lot of habits, bad one, good one, and neutral ones. I have lot of aspiration, I have lot of things to do, I don't like too much things, I like some things. These are my external things. Okay. Second is me beyond this me. Okay. Second is me beyond this me. But third question arise, if I will remove my this external me, like my all the nature, my all the aspiration, my all the goal, my all the message, all those things, then is there any nature to that internal myself? If I will leave my all external myself, then is there any a special property, is there any a special nature to that my internal me, so that I can recognize that is me? If there is, then still that is your external myself. Okay. If there is some aspiration, some special knowledge to even your internal being, then still that is not your internal being, that you again that is your external being. Okay. So everyone is having pure state of consciousness. Consciousness in English is a whole different world, the same thing. But chetna, we say chetna in Hindi but chetna is a different word, but unfortunately I have to say consciousness. But anyhow, for okay, if first is your external myself, that all the inspiration goals, and second is myself without anything. So everyone is having their internal myself without anything. I am having that too, you are having too. So if I am having that internal myself without anything, no any properties, not any a special individualism, so my internal thing is the same as yours. If it is not same as yours, then still that is not my internal self. So in this perspective, everyone is same. So this is called Advait principle. Okay, first, but when he will say, no, my internal well-being is different, his internal well-being is different, and someone is again, that is again different from those all internal self, then this is called Dvait principle. Okay. And third is called the mixer of these two. Okay, this is the whole Hinduism. Where is the complexity? This thing I want to know. Like, it is very simple. Like, I just laugh in all over world. They say Hinduism is very complex things to describe how they can. So I'm just saying, and so see, I can't describe all yoga, all sannyasa, all brahmacharya, all Hinduism in a 20-minute video. Like, even I find the limit of my imagination, not just limit for my words, for my imagination. When I am thinking these things in alone, I find the limit of my imagination. But again, I have to go to that limit again, and I found pretty blissfulness and joy in that thing. But these things you can't describe in words. Okay, I can only see. Swami Vivekananda says, everything is everything, either circumstances, situation, and either man or any events, bad event, good event, is occasion. Occasion for what? Everything is occasion to explore yourself. I can only trigger you as that occasion to know what is Atman, to know what is yoga, to know who is yogi, to know what is Hinduism. All the work you have to do. I can only trigger you, I can only give you occasion. No one is going to teach you anything. Bhagavad Gita, they all are giving you just trigger, they all are giving you just occasion. Maybe they are giving you a deeper level occasion to remove this external layer of ignorance, but everything is still occasion. If some guru is saying you or lecturing you something about Atman or God, then he will not do anything for you. His understanding of Atman will not do anything for you, except his understanding will only give you occasion. Occasion to what? Occasion to look into yourself and to find that or to attain that thing for yourself. For example, your mom is your mom, and either your wife is making food for you. They can only make food for you. They can't feed that food for you, but even they can feed that food for you, but they are not going to digest that food for you. Okay, digestion anyhow you are going to do. As a occasion, as a suggestion, what they can do: first they can make the food for you, second, at maximum extent they can feed that food in your mouth, but they are not going to digest their food. You only have to do that. That's it. I can save something. If even at that step you will not understand, then I can say something in your ear. I can say something you in more depth. But what you will get to that, what you will explore to that, I can only give you occasion. You have to do all the things. Okay, so see, these Gita Ramayans are all occasion to look into you. So like these are the things. So it's already 26 minutes. So okay, let's talk. Bye bye, have a nice